What are you currently doing for your health? Are you going to your routine doctor's visits? Are you having the standard blood work performed? Are you taking whatever medications they're recommending? Are you eating less? Are you moving more? Is this all there is to health? For millions of people, this is what they believe. And unfortunately, for millions of people, they're suffering needlessly. Because see, I too once suffered because I didn't fully understand what it takes to be healthy in today's world. So let me share with you my story. Both my parents were chiropractors, so natural health was in my DNA. I remember as a kid at 6 years of age going around the neighborhood and telling anybody and everybody that the body was a self-healing, self-regulating organism that didn't need drugs or surgeries to be healthy. All it needed was a healthy spine and nervous system. So I followed my parents' path and I graduated chiropractic college, and I was ready to change the world. I was ready to make it a healthier place. And soon after I graduated, I had built one of the largest practices in the area. I was helping thousands of people. But I started to see a crack in my belief system. I started to doubt the way I was caring for my patients because I still saw them suffering. I still saw them taking medications. I still saw them having to have surgeries. And I knew there had to be a better way for them. I knew there had to be a true cause of their problems, but I just didn't have the tools to help them. And to be honest with you, I didn't start searching for those tools until I personally started to suffer. As selfish as it may sound, that's what it took for me to change my paradigm. See, I remember it was about 5 years in practice, and my wife and I were starting a family. My professional life was taking off, and I was even a nationally ranked triathlete, and I got to compete all over the country, and it appeared that I had it all. And from the outside, I could see that, but behind closed doors, I felt like I was about to lose it all. I had developed insomnia. At first, it was just a couple days a week, and then it became more chronic, where it was every night. The less I slept, the more depressed and more anxious I became. It got so bad at one point that I remember I was at my office and I couldn't even look my patients in the eye, because here I was the doctor who was supposed to be helping them, but I was the one that needed help. I felt like a fraud. I even considered quitting my job, giving up on my life's purpose because I didn't know what else to do. I was already eating good. I was exercising daily. I was taking handfuls of supplements, but nothing was working. At one point, I even started taking medications, and that's something that totally went against every belief system I've ever had. But I was desperate. I needed help. And then somebody introduced me to this doctor who changed my life forever. This doctor introduced me to the new branch of medicine called functional medicine. He explained that functional medicine seeks to discover the true cause of someone's disease and illness, that it's more important to understand the systems of the body than the symptoms of the body. It's more important to treat the cause than the disease. Functional medicine understands that your nervous system is connected to your digestive system, is connected to your detoxification system, which is connected to your hormonal system, and so on. The truth is that we're not a divided group of independent organs and systems that are to be divided by medical specialties, that we're one entire ecosystem working together in harmony to create health. And for you to truly get healthy, you have to address the body as a whole. It's the understanding that your indigestion, your depression, your sleeplessness, and your sinus congestion are all interconnected, that they're not separate conditions, that you don't need to go to 4 different specialists to be helped. See, the job of the functional medicine practitioner is to discover the link between the where and the why the body has started to malfunction, why these systems are no longer working in harmony. We understand that you're a unique creation, that you have your own life story, that you have your own life events that have created your health today. And we have the science today, the technology today, to be able to measure how this world has affected your health. Along with standard lab testing, we can also perform more comprehensive testing, looking at your genetics. We can look at food sensitivities and your digestive function. We can measure your nutritional, hormonal, and toxicity levels. And then from all this information, then we can formulate a customized dietary and supplement regimen that's specific to you and your unique needs. See, with functional medicine, we've eliminated the take this pill for that ill mentality. And this was perfect for me because it not only explained what I needed to do for me, but how I needed to care for my patients. And, after I went through testing with this doctor, we found out that I had high levels of toxins in my body. And see, these toxins have been scientifically linked to insomnia, depression, and anxiety. And it really did. It gave me all the answers I needed. I finally had answers. And so after I started the detoxification protocol, after only 2 months, I was sleeping through the night. I remember the first time I slept 8 hours. When I woke up in the morning, I was ready to recommit my life to this new branch of medicine called functional medicine. So I continued my education and became a board-certified functional medicine practitioner. And what's great now is that in my clinic, I'm able to help my patients discover the root cause of their problems. And I'm no longer seeing them suffer. I'm seeing them come off their medications. I'm seeing them avoid those surgeries. I'm seeing them get their life back. And also what's great is I get to share my story now with other doctors. I get to introduce them to these same principles and philosophies. I get to introduce to them how to use functional medicine in their practice. So now I'm helping more people than I could have ever imagined. What if I had never met this doctor? What if I decided not to do the testing with them? What if I decided not to follow his protocol? What would have happened to me? Would I still be on medications? Would have I given up as a doctor? Would have I fulfilled my purpose? Because honestly, I believe that every one of us in this world has a life purpose. And at any moment, if we lose our health, we could lose everything that we've ever worked for and cared for. And so my purpose and the purpose of my clinic is simple. It's to empower more people on how to take charge of their health so they too can fulfill their purpose. They can live a life in which they thrive, not just survive.